I'm Rosie.
And that's Spencer.
And the original voice you heard was Spencer.
Yeah. Podcast episode 84. We're going to talk about news, video games, and all that shit. Right now we're playing A King's Tale from Final Fantasy 15. It was a game that was released on pre-order through outside of the United States.
This is not me doing this.
That's me, I'm sorry.
You son of a bitch.
No, it's not me. I'm okay.
Sorry, I did that one. I'm sorry.
Turn the music down a little, like Masters of the Six. That would be good. Alright, so before we get started, we have a lot of news today, a lot of fun stories to talk about.
A lot of people.
A lot of people, too. We have Sean here.
Hi.
Oh, and Sean goes. Sean's gone. Go check him out, Sean
See you
News.
later, SeanNews.com.
SeanNews.com. There we go. I finally found it. Finally found a little podcast. So, Sean, what have you been playing?
Xenoverse 2.
You got
A lot.
Dragon
Too
Ball
much.
Xenoverse 2?
Too much for a normal person to play. Xenoverse 2. Dude,
Are you, what race are you?
well, I've made a Namekian, a Frieza race, and a human.
A Freezer race? What is the race called?
Frieza.
Is it really called
Literally,
Frieza?
it's called Frieza.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know.
So he's-
Sorry, I didn't
wait.
make it.
God damn it.
That's so weird. So Frieza's just like, it's like calling a human human?
Yeah, kinda. Little bit, yeah. But that's, that's how they roll.
Weird.
That's what they do. So, alright, anyway. Humans, though. Human. I made a human, and that's pretty much who I use exclusively online now.
Oh, you're Jimbo.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Dude, that's dope.
Cool, Sean News.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about for a second. No, yeah, I've been playing that, mainly. I bought Overwatch. It's still in plastic.
Okay.
For PC or console?
PS4.
Alright.
So we're on PC.
Do you guys move to PC?
We can play either one, though.
We can play either one.
Yeah, I primarily play on PS4.
Okay.
I prefer that over PC.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just don't want for my experience to be ruined by someone that's fucking cheating. I get that, like, they're really about, preventing people from cheating, but the fact that they have to be about that in the first place means that they're cheaters.
The one thing that really bugs me about Overwatch on PC is the Smurf accounts.
So that's pretty bad.
Yeah, why? That's what I
Because
make
people
it-
want to feel good about themselves.
Make a brand new account
That's
with your
sad.
friend.
You really can't help that.
You can still play with your friends no matter what. They just want to be able to play against lower level people to make themselves feel good.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, get away.
I mean,
Shield ball, shield.
I say
Shield
that now, but I do that
Charging star!
in League.
For freedom! What?
Yeah, it's different though because it allows you to play with your friends and teach them the game. I think that's the point. Like that's why Smurfing became a thing in League. But in this,
Yeah.
there's really no point to that.
Well, do you get matched with high-level players if you don't smoke?
Not drastically though, because it averages your team score out. So they're not playing against the best people ever. So JD is the better player of us all. When we play with him, I do notice a consistently higher level of person, of skill rating that we're fighting against. But it's not so much higher that I can't compete.
Oh, yeah.
It's just it is on the higher end.
No, but you know what the great
Hey, come on, Widowmaker. You're okay.
I can play Widowmaker on the PC.
And that's all he ever wanted.
Right, I
That's to
know.
play a girl with a fat ass.
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right.
JD, what have you been playing?
Overwatch. I'm glad you mentioned it. Anyway. Overwatch and Neo. That's all I've been playing.
Oh, dude, you're
Neo.
playing Neo.
Yeah.
I have to get on that game, dude.
Review incoming.
Fuck.
Stand by for the review before you make a decision.
Really?
It's not to say it's bad, it's just there's things to be discussed.
Well, so is it a lot like Dark Souls?
Yes, it is. You die, you can pick up your souls. If you die twice, you lose your souls. That kind of mentality. There's different currencies, so souls in Dark Souls or even Blood Echoes, that's your entire currency.
Yeah.
You have gold, and then you have Amarita. Amarita is what you use to level up. And then you also have skills that you can get. So if you're just using your sword and you're really good with it, the game goes, hey, here's a skill point for doing that. So you can get Amarita, or you can get skill points just from playing the game well. It's in between Bloodborne and Dark Souls in the sense of how the game operates. There's a little bit of emphasis on just defending, and there's a little bit of emphasis on being quick. You change your style of recording based on that too. So you can focus on a style that emphasizes blocking, or one that emphasizes evasion, or one that's just all about damage dealing. You can switch all the time.
Yes! I did it! I killed the ball!
Yeah, so there's a lot of things going on with that. I'll talk about it in the review ultimately, but it's got some stuff going on for it. And then,
Is this game multiplayer?
it is. You're just doing the what's it called? Tutorial. Anyway, so outside of that, there's a lot of stuff going on with Overwatch that I obviously want to talk about. We'll get to that. But ultimately, as of now, yeah, I've just been playing Overwatch and Neo.
The new season started for Overwatch.
Yep, Season 4 started. They made a ton of changes, but we'll talk about that once we get there. What's really going on?
Me? I've been playing Halo Wars 2.
Really?
Yeah. My friend, like,
I heard the story on that is actually like pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They're relating it to the other games.
yeah, that's actually the most interesting part about that, is that it takes place right after Halo 5.
Yeah.
And he even, like, mentioned, Master Chief and, like, all...
Master Queen?
Yeah, Master Queen and all his everything there. But I wasn't gonna get it.
Have you ever heard of Queen so Master Queen?
Yeah, but I've been just playing that. It's really good. Still would never recommend the RTS on a console, but
Yeah.
you can get what you get.
I kind of like that it's on a console.
Why?
They're making it a stance. That's what I like.
Yeah, it
Hey,
plays.
you know what?
I mean, it plays well.
We can do our best to produce something that's not shit.
But one of my friends really brought up, you know what would be better than, like, if they took like an RTS version of this?
What?
If they made like an XCOM version.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, XCOM is on PC, but I don't think it's one of the games that suffers from that because of the fact that XCOM it's turn-based and it's like that's so tactical. Otherwise, even freaking Final Fantasy Tactics wouldn't have been able to work on console, which it was only released for.
You don't have to work on console. Civ 6.
Really?
Hey, what's up, Mile High Game Hunters?
They
How you doing,
did.
man?
It's way simpler. It's like...
But didn't take away.
Yeah, they did. They did take
No,
away.
they did take like from the fun of it.
I think so. In some cases, like it's sort of like messes with your head because like even happiness levels are way different in Civ 5.
Yeah, it's not
Civ
happiness
6.
anymore, is it?
No more happiness.
No one's happy. End of the year, no more happiness.
2017, no more happiness.
It took all our stars. 2016 took them all.
Yeah, no, there's that. That's been removed. You have this whole religion thing where you can like send your religion of choice to other people's countries to convert their countries.
Way to go, America.
It's just like, dude, you added weird
games
shit
have been-
and you removed good shit.
What?
What games have you been hunting? Mile High?
What?
I just
Keep
been-
going. Let's go.
Oh,
Keep going. Yeah.
Keep going.
I'm just
We're
talking.
screaming.
all right, keep going, man. I was just mentioning Civ 6. Shout out to Civ 6.
Yeah, I think it's like
Rest in peace.
this is a long tutorial. Watch them.
I mean, I feel like
Could have been playing Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. After we all spent money on it unnecessarily.
Thanks, Vince.
That was great.
I love spending money on nothing.
What year that is?
me.
So this week I've been playing.
No one cares, Eric.
You're supposed to pass it off. God damn it, Spencer! Launch the targets! What have you been playing?
I've been playing Pokemon Go and the new Zelda on the Switch.
Oh, what's that one called?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of Fire?
Breath of Fire.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
No, so it's
Shitty Capcom game.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they got released last night, and I've been playing the shit out of that game. I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning.
There's shit in the game?
Yep.
So you play it and then the shit comes out?
Yeah.
All right.
Damn.
Actually, it's because of the food I had left.
What a band of
So
RPG.
so you playing the game forced your poop out.
Yeah.
Spencer,
Alright.
square,
Now I
triangle.
understand.
How about circle, circle, circle?
Square, triangle.
Thank you.
How about square, triangle,
No, square, triangle is a launcher.
I mean, you
Jump
could
up.
tease them if you want. I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah, give him a little tease. Oh, there we go.
Go!
Is that all you've been playing, friend?
Yeah.
All right, Spencer, what you been up to, buddy?
Trying to get through this.
Giving me
This is the tutorial.
This is the tutorial.
I have been playing.
Can't stop, won't
like
stop.
like Eric, I've been playing Zelda.
Ooh. How y'all
Shit
been?
also.
Did I shit?
Yeah.
Did I shit?
It almost seems like a question of do you actually do that, or are you, you know, do you shit?
I've been playing.
Are you a human?
Do you not shit? I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, which is phenomenal. I'd love to. The review of that should be coming next week. I would say it's a cross between Witcher 3, Tomb Raider, and then you added like robot dinosaurs.
That's awesome.
So if that's something that you're interested in,
And plus arcs.
This is the tutorial.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
I guess
What? They got you.
plus art.
got shit on.
Oh,
I guess you
see,
can
I
see
get
that. There's
what you're
crafting
doing.
and all that stuff.
Just
So.
making sure you're paying attention.
So it's art.
Fuck
The
me
Witcher
up,
3.
kiddo.
So yeah, it's a weird amalgamation of different games that
Yeah.
make some really good
Keep
games.
telling
Is
me,
this
dude,
real?
Ariel.
Guys, stop talking to me.
God.
So,
Oh.
I've also been dabbling, and this is, I guess I shouldn't say this too much, but I've been dabbling in the emulation again on
On your
on
phone.
my 3DS.
Oh, on your 3DS.
So I've been playing some old DS classics,
Like what?
Oh.
like Sonic Brotherhood, Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood. that's the
Dude,
name.
what is this fucking title? Sonic Chronicles Dark Brotherhood?
Yeah, it's a.
Is that real?
It's a BioWare RPG on the DS.
Of
Just-
Sonic.
Just bizarre.
No.
Pretty good though. I'm surprised. And I made another game on that. I don't know. Fire Emblem. A little bit of the old Fire Emblem that was on the DS.
Oh yeah, I've been playing.
Dragon.
I've been playing Fire Emblem Fates, or not Fates. Heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, have you been playing that?
Yeah, I've still been playing it. I'm kind of stuck at this point, but I've beaten it, so I guess it's whatever.
On Lunatic?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm just kind of. Alright, Rosie, what have you been playing?
I told you, man.
We have already talked about it, bro.
So you guys ready to start talking about news?
Yeah.
Let's start with the obviously the
Let's start with
the elephant in the fucking room and the room with the elephant.
Microsoft?
Yeah, let's start with Microsoft.
Okay, fine. We can talk about it.
So what's up, Microsoft?
Yeah. Tell us more.
So Microsoft released a PlayStation Now service that is way more affordable and has a way better selection of games. They haven't released a full list, but for $10 a month, you can have access to over 100 games on the Xbox One, which includes Xbox One first-party titles such as Halo 5, things like that, along with Xbox 360 games on there as well. So it's basically Netflix, but for video gaming, with only Xbox titles, basically. So it's $10 a month, which is super affordable. It's super cheap for 100 games a month to have. Like, for a lot of people who play games, $10 a month during those like the summer month coming up here, with all the kids getting into the summer months where they're just have a shit ton of time to bash into video games. They're gonna have hundreds of games to pick through. Parents are going to be able to affordably let them play on the Xbox. I think it's a huge deal, because if you think about it in the industry, how it impacted GameStop. GameStop's stocks dropped 5% after the announcement of this, because used games became such a less of an interest for parents now, or just anybody for that matter, because I'm getting 100 of them. I'm getting 100 plus games for $10 a month. I no longer have to buy a used game for $45 from GameStop.
Yeah, it's smart. They needed to find a way to get rid of the whole used games thing. It's been a long time coming.
I think every developer needs to figure out how to get it.
Well, and as far as that goes, though, I don't know if this is the best option, because now how do you pay these 100 developers for renting their game for $10? Like, it's not.
Well, they're supposed to get like a fee or like something, right? Every time you.
Right, but this
Like a royalty?
impacted the music industry.
Yeah.
So this same business model went into the music industry with Pandora, with Spotify, Google Play Music. All those $10 services a month, you get access to all this stuff.
Yeah.
People get paid like a hundredth of a penny when you play their song all the way through. Like, it's a very low amount. So you're basically expecting the developers to get paid based on playing.
But these are all old games, right? Like
No, it's Halo 5. That came out, what, 6 months ago?
it came out a year and some changes.
Either the point of this whole thing is that you're going to be able to get access to newer games. They may not be
Even the new game?
It may not be release date, but they're talking about you're going to be able to get access to some of the newest titles. So if you're not racing to play the game on launch day, you're going to have tons of games to get through. So it's still obviously going to give them the opportunity to purchase the game first, and then at some point they'll add it to this service. But if you look at the way that this same business model impacted the music industry, and then also the movie industry and TV industry.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Netflix completely changed everything because now you have other services like Hulu, you have services like Vudu, you have Google Play Movies, you have iTunes, where everything is just being downloaded or rented.
Is that it? Okay. All right.
And for subscription fees for $10 a month, I have hundreds of movies on Netflix to look through.
Yeah.
I haven't purchased a movie in I don't know how long because I have so many options for entertainment at home. You start looking at anime services like Crunchyroll. I haven't purchased an entire series of anime, like a box set for anime, since Crunchyroll came out.
Yeah.
I have no purpose to because it's always accessible to me online because I pay this $10 fee, and it's a great amount of entertainment for the $10.
Yeah.
If you think about like how even YouTube Red came out and it was $15 a month or something, or $10 a month to have the Red service.
Yeah.
And a lot of YouTubers were freaking out about how they were going to have content that was only going to be accessible by the people with YouTube Red, and they were going to get paid out a percentage of that $15 based on their views and all that kind of stuff. So if you have $10 of a pie, if you have 10 pieces of pie and you have to give it to whoever's your biggest income, if you have Halo on there, and if you have Overwatch on there, if you have, alongside that, you have, I don't know, some niche game. We'll say Super Meat Boy.
Psyops.
Super Meat Boy, like, whatever this smallest game is, out of the total pie percentage, how much of the people are playing that game over Overwatch or over Halo 5, they're going to give the bigger piece of pie to the person who's getting the most play.
It's Spotify for video games.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Yeah. I'd like to see how this develops.
It's going to impact the industry drastically. Like, I don't know if they're going to be able if they can continue with $10 a month.
That seems really low.
It is fantastic for a consumer. That is, if you're talking entertainment for dollars, like, you can't get that better than that.
But depending on if are you a person that plays a lot of video games, that'll kind of determine it from there. If you're not that kind of guy, like I pay how much for Netflix? Is it like $9, $8, whatever? The normal, the basic subscription. I'm hardly ever on Netflix.
Yeah.
But you still pay for it, right?
I still pay for it just because I'm too lazy to quit my subscription, and on those rare occasions,
Most people
I'll
are
watch it,
lazy
man.
to cancel their subscription.
You know what? I'm not lazy to do.
What?
Drink Monster Energy drink.
Oh, turn the cam so that they can see the
Nuts.
It is good
that.
and delicious when I drink it, so I drink it because it is.
That ad is not very good.
That wasn't very good at all.
You're not very
You're not gonna get paid.
I
Right?
could have come up with
Go now.
a better. Well, no.
Yeah.
No.
Come up.
Later on in the podcast, I will.
Right, we don't want to sprinkle our ad revenue
Yeah, we
all
don't
in
want
one
to put it all in
area.
one place. We want to sprinkle it out.
You sense make.
So, do you think that the PlayStation's going to follow
Really
suit
sick
with
of
this?
this shit.
Play
No.
I just think. Well, it depends on how it affects the industry. Like you said, the industry itself. If it's positive, then of course they're gonna take Steam Glass.
You know what? So they're going to be available for a little bit, and then they're not available, right? It's a feel like they're coming waves.
It's bad.
I don't believe so. I think it's just going to be available.
Permanently?
I mean, Netflix does have the rotation where they do pull movies off at a certain point.
Yeah.
So I imagine that they'll do that as well. But I think
Yeah,
it'll
you
be
got
more of if something's getting played, if successfully on this business model, if a game is getting played a shit ton, a couple, like 2-3 months in, they should pull that game off.
Yeah.
Like, or even 6 weeks in, they should pull that game off because a ton of people are playing it. If they have a ton of hours into it, they're most likely going to buy that. So as a business standpoint, they should pull games off so that it encourages people to then buy the games that they've been having so much fun with.
Right.
But they have to figure out that balance of,
well, because that's what the Switch is doing. This online thing.
yes, so the online
People
service-
are mad about it, but, you know.
That's a match.
Yeah, it makes sense. So, for those of you who don't know, the Nintendo Switch is going to have an online service. It's supposed to be $20 to $30 to $40. It's supposed to be less than the other subscriptions.
Yeah.
But they every month, instead of giving you a game to add to your library, they allow you a 30-day rental of one of their virtual console games.
Okay.
So you could get Dig Dug for 30 days, or you could get
Don't even need it for one.
yeah, or like the next month you'll get Super Mario World for 30 days, or Ocarina of Time for 30 days.
That's dope.
And it's just supposed to encourage you to then actually purchase the game once that 30 days is up. Because you're like, oh, I really like this game, this is great, and all that stuff. Oh, wait, I lost it? You know what? I want to finish that game, I'm going to buy it now. Which, it's, as far as business model goes, it's a great way to do it because it still allows revenue to get to the developer. Because that's actually my biggest concern out of all this, is how does this impact the developer?
You know what's funny that you say that? Your opinion has changed on the gaming industry since when we first started this podcast.
I bet.
That's funny that I would never thought that you would ever say that.
What?
What he just said. He's worried about the developers making sure that they get their money.
I will say that it has changed for me as far as GameStop. I used to only purchase games from GameStop. I refuse to at this point because they are not developer friendly. They make so much money off the $45 game that they took back from someone else for $15-20, and then the developer doesn't see any of that money that second time for a used copy. That like, and at this point, if I want to see more from that developer, if I want to see, I don't know, Final Fantasy 16,
Yeah.
I gotta hope the developer's making enough money to then be able to hire and justify making a sequel. If I want to see Pikmin 4, if I want to see...
There's a Pikmin 3? I'm joking.
Yes, JD!
If you want to, it's kind of the thing like when I see pirating nowadays, or if I see ROMs and things like that for things that I know that are available.
Yeah.
I want to purchase it because I want the money to go back to the developer to make another one. Like, if I see a Shining Force game come out, sure as shit, I'm gonna buy the crap out of it.
Oh yeah, like the little games is the more important part because like the big games, yeah, but the, you know, Square Enix, I don't think they're hurting too bad, but the point still stands.
Not right now, yeah.
But the point still stands that when you take that and look at like a little game, like you want to make sure that people know this is a good game.
Yeah,
People like it.
like the games such as like Overwatch. Like when that first came out, I ended up buying it just on the PS4 just because everybody else was playing it, and I didn't really care too much for the game. But when I really started to enjoy the game, I ended up purchasing the game also on PC, and then I started buying loot boxes and things like that, because to me it was supporting the developer, and I want them to come out with patches. It's the same way with Destiny. I love that game. I want them to make more shit, so I buy shit from them to increase their sales. It's kind of like donating, basically. Like donating, and I get a little bit of reward out of it.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how market works, though, right? Because if you want something to succeed, then they need the money. If say, this is a good product, please make more swings. Here's the money to do it.
Yeah.
And also feed your family. I want you to be alive.
You need families to be happy.
I definitely agree with my opinion on all that stuff has changed, because for me, for a while, it was all consumer based. For me, it was, the focus was the consumer, I'm getting my best value kind of thing. But now I'm at that point where I want to see good games, and as I look at the Nintendo Switch, as we'll get into here in a second, the biggest issue that Nintendo has ever had with all of their consoles is games. They do not have enough games that are ever developed for any of those things. Hey, just gonna say, if you poke and get close to the fire orc dudes and let them expand and use them to the bomb to explode all the enemies, so you don't have to worry about fighting them.
Oh.
He goes, okay.
But so like the
I
Nintendo,
understand. Sorry, go ahead.
so like the Nintendo's issue is that they never really have a lot of games for any of their consoles, and that's one of the hard points because graphics are important. They help tell the story and all that stuff, but gameplay is one of the most important things. As long as the game is fun, we don't. I mean, right now we're playing at what is it, 32-bit game? What would you call it? It's pixelated. We'll call that. It's pixelated. This is not high definition or anything like that, but we're having fun with it, I think.
Just want to get out of the tutorial.
Try and get out of the tutorial.
Just trying to get out of this.
We're having fun with it, and we're playing a game that does not have high graphics. So, and if you look at games like Minecraft, you don't have to have the greatest graphics ever to make a fun game, to make an engaging game.
That's true.
So when I look at the Nintendo series and everyone bags on them for their graphics, art, I just kind of like, well, it's art style, it's more about gameplay and this and that. But then I can't really justify any of the, like a lot of the gameplay because it's really not that fun. A lot of the new stuff with the Switch, I feel like a lot of it's gimmicky. All the hardware features and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
They haven't, like, I was looking at it the other day,
We should preface this by we're switching to Nintendo, right?
Dan, you're so cool.
we're kind of segueing into
So
Nintendo.
the Switch did come out this week, yesterday, on Friday. The Switch 4 came out March 3rd. Anyway, keep going.
Good for Nintendo.
So with the Nintendo Switch, one of the features that they were advertising is the HD Rumble. The fact that you can actually feel in the controller. They have a mini game, or I call it a hardware demo, where they put marbles inside your controller, imaginary marbles, and as you rotate the controller back and forth, you're supposed to be able to hear exactly how many marbles are inside your controller, and you have to then guess how many are in there to win the game.
It's like a rumble pack.
Right, and it's supposed to be high definition because you're supposed to be able to feel, like if you're pouring a drink into a glass, you're supposed to be able to feel how many ice cubes are in it, if there's no ice cubes in the drink, if you shake the glass and whatnot. So the HD Rumble feature, cool, that's great. How does that actually translate into Zelda? At what point will that feature enhance my gaming experience?
If I will say this, if anybody can make that happen, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
They are really good about that, but I will agree with you that I don't see it, and I would be interested to see how they choose to, because I've seen them fail at it, and I've seen them do really well. Failure. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Failure!
The bongos.
The bongos?
On the
Yeah.
GameCube.
I love that.
That's terrible. That was a real terrible game.
That was not good.
It was fun.
It was an interesting idea. I applaud them for trying. Not very fun.
Yeah.
Not very good. But they've done well too. If you look at, I mean, just the Wii in general, like, while you might not like all the games they do, just the Wii Sports, people still fucking play that game.
Yeah, it's
What?
really fun. It's really fun.
It's bizarre to me, but they do play it, so I can't bash it.
Wii Spirits?
So they can do well and they can do poorly. Let's see how they handle it on the Switch.
The issue that I have with
What is that?
so the Nintendo Switch
Can you imagine
came out
doing that
and
in
launched.
public?
It had
Just
9
like-
titles.
Yeah.
The Nintendo Switch launched. It had 8 titles with it, or 8 games. So as we talk about the gaming industry and developers wanting to support them, the Nintendo really needs it, but we need to be putting the money with the right people. And I was actually experiencing something called sympathy buy, where I was looking at like what I could buy, what other games can I buy besides Zelda, so that I could try and support the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too, because I want Bomberman, but I don't need Bomberman.
Yeah.
But I'm like, well, but I have a Switch now. So, yeah, I should get behind the console. But at the same time, it's like, I really don't want to spend $50. I want to spend $10 or $20 on Bomberman. Not 50, but I'm sympathetic. I'm considering it.
I guess I'll get you.
Yeah, basically.
And that's out of the 8 games that they have right now, 2 of them are Shovel Knight, One of them is the Ultimate Edition that has everything, and the other one is like just a base game. And one's 25, the other's 10. The next thing is their demo disc, like their Wii Sports for this thing.
Yeah.
Is called 1-2 Switch, which is a bunch of mini games that are. It's not really competitive. It's a hardware demo that really doesn't have any interesting gameplay to it, really.
It's just this is what the thing is.
Yeah, it's just what the Switch can do, and I get that that's interesting, but it's not like
It's kind of like when the DS came out and they had PictoChat. Remember that? Did you ever get a DS when it came out or anything?
not when it first came out.
They really pushed this PictoChat thing, and it's like, it was basically a messenger that you can do between DSs. Like you can blast it over to another person with a DS, and then you can like draw on it and you can do whatever. But it's just sending pictures to people with text.
You like
They're
these
like,
pictures?
Cool, you can do it. And like everybody download it, and then we download it. And it's like, yeah, this is what it can do. Why would I ever use it? But
That's kind of what I felt about what was it, Miiverse that they had
Oh,
on the
yeah.
phone.
oh yeah,
It was like,
it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. But
yeah, it's like, all right, cool. So what's the actual utility of this? Why am I doing this? And that's Nintendo is great at
Find that
innovation.
answer.
Nintendo is great at innovation. I fully agree with that. But we're playing video games. Like we want video games on
Spoiler
our
alert.
video game consoles.
Yeah.
And at this point, my issue, like my sympathy buy that I agreed on last night, I'll buy Ukulele for the Switch.
okay, that's fair.
Like I have the thing, so now I'm gonna buy certain games on that, like single player experiences, because obviously right now we don't really have any multiplayer.
Sympathy buying, I will say, has bitten me in the ass before.
How about
What?
the dick? Did it bite you in the dick?
It bit me in the dick.
Yell it, Spencer.
Bit me in the dick.
Is your dick okay?
Right in the dick.
No, it's not okay. I can't use it anymore.
My dick hurts.
Sad.
Ripped it right off.
That's not good.
Ripped it in two. I bought Fallout 4 for the Xbox One. Really wish I didn't do that.
Yeah.
What did you want to buy it for?
I should have bought it on the PS4. Now I wish I just had it on the PC. But I should have bought it on the PS4. But I just got my Xbox One, and I was like, oh, Tomb Raider's out, and then Target was like, if you buy 2 games, you get 1 for free. And so I was like, oh, okay, well I guess I'll get Fallout 4 and then some other shitty games. And so I got Fallout 4 for it, and it's like, oh, by the way, you can't stream this to YouTube. Oh right, I forgot about that. And it's like the worst running of all the Fallout 4.
Yeah.
Really? I was like, oh, yeah. And it's a great game, but it's just marred my experience. At some point, if it goes on sale, I might pick up the PC just because it deserves a win.
Yeah.
But good lord, the sympathy buy, it fucked me over on that.
So the other options right now for the Switch, as far as supposed to be, I know we don't like to use this term, but AAA title or
Yeah.
I guess I want to say complete game. Like it's not a demo.
Yeah.
Are all indie games. They're indie games that have already been released on other consoles or devices.
Minus the one that we're gonna probably talk about in depth. You're talking about games for the Switch, right?
Yeah.
So there's one complete game. Oh, you're talking about third party
happening right now.
No, I'm just saying like what's currently out there on the thing right now. There's Zelda.
Right, that's the one I was.
Okay, so Zelda
Dude.
is the only release game that has come out for the Switch at this point.
Right.
And it is well worth it. It's a great game, but it's the only thing.
Right.
It's the only game on the Switch.
We were talking about this before the
my
podcast.
God.
If the Switch came out without Zelda, this would have been a huge failure. Like, I have no doubt in my mind. And we'll get to me being in line, because I have tons of stories about that. But the only thing people were talking about was Zelda. I think somebody mentioned Bomberman once and they all laughed.
Which is what I did to Rosie when he told me. He's like, and when I was telling him, I was like, I don't know what other game to buy. He's like, Bomberman?
Yeah. That was fun about 15 years ago.
Yeah, and it's and I was thinking Bomberman 64 when Rosie told
Still
me
fun today.
when Rosie told me Bomberman, I was thinking Bomberman 64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
I think it's Super Nintendo.
when I watched it, it's this Super Nintendo art.
Dude, really?
Like, yeah.
Why? Bomberman 64 was a great game.
I thought so too.
I never played it on 64, but I loved it on the Super Nintendo. I actually got a multi-tap just to do it, just to play it.
But the direction of the series should be three-dimensional. Like, why would you go back to 2D for Bomberman? You've already crossed that boundary.
It's
Well,
kind
they
of
did
weird.
release that edgy Bomberman on the 360.
Because you think about, what about Sonic?
Like, totally failed. It was like one of the worst games of all time.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to go backwards.
Yeah. And like that's the unfortunate part with the Switch at this point is that there is no software for it. And the game that we're talking about that is carrying the console is also available on the Wii U. So it's
Supposed to be less powerful though.
it is supposed to be runs a little slower. Yeah.
So you already talked about. You want to talk about getting the Wii or the Switch, or
Yeah,
you want to talk about the Zelda thing?
So let's talk about how you got
Why
the
not
Switch.
both?
All right, so I did not pre-order this.
Why not none?
I pre-ordered 2.
Both.
Wow. Okay, I remember that now. Now that you mention it, I remember. I did not pre-order it, but I found out that they were still selling it at Walmart and Best Buy and GameStop. But there's a Walmart like just down the street, and they're still selling it to people that didn't pre-order it, where they have an undisclosed amount of. So I went to Walmart. I called them and I said, "Hey, are you guys selling these to people that didn't pre-order?" They said, "Yeah." And they're like, "Is there a line?" And they go, "Yeah, there's already a line." So I said, "Oh, okay. I guess I'll just head over there." I've got lots of time to kill in my life. I'm not a busy man. So
That was the part that I was most surprised about.
yeah, ideally I should have been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, but I just said, you know what, fuck it, I'll just wait in line.
And can we say how long you waited in line right now?
4 hours.
4 hours.
What?
I got to Walmart at 8 o'clock and waited until midnight so I could get the Switch.
Serious?
So the video of me unboxing the Switch is I am super tired and super frustrated.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that was why that video was the way that it was. Let me just sounding horrible. But I waited in line for 4 hours, and there were
Fuck you, man.
tons.
One slime.
And I hate to say it, but there are just tons of annoying nerds there. Like, just filled to the brim with annoying.
You don't hate to say it.
Like what kind? What are you talking about here?
Like the weeaboo kind.
Weeaboo?
For instance,
Sounds vaguely racist.
for instance, the girl at
The blacks!
there was a girl at the front of the line. he had a stereo in his car. But there was a girl in the front of the line. Apparently she was been there for like 10 hours. Whatever. Okay.
Alright.
It must be nice to time.
10 hours? Like, don't you have shit to do?
She did not, apparently.
I feel like we're getting old.
Don't you
Yeah.
have a job?
Right.
You old whippersnapper?
When she finally got the console at like midnight, she cried. She was in the front line like sobbing because she was so happy that she got a Switch.
Seriously?
It was insane. And so we're in two different lines, right? We're in the pre-order line and the non-pre-order line. I'm in the non-pre-order line. And somebody from the pre-order line, because it's going a lot slower than the non-pre-order line, so I guess they have to look up stuff and they're terrible at it. And so they're going through this whole thing, and the pre-order line people are getting mad. And it's like first class and second class, like on an airplane. But we're actually right next to each other instead of like people in front of each other at the curtain. And so the guy's just like looking super frustrated next to me, looking way uppity, and he just turns to me, who I'm in the non-pre-order line, and he goes, they should just make two lines for the pre-order people, and then the non-pre-order should go last. Like, but talking to me about it, I was like, are you that much of a piece of shit that you would say it to the guy that's in the other line? And apparently he was. He had no qualms about saying that to me. It was just the most ridiculous thing.
What did he expect you to say? Like,
Yeah, I'm curious what he
sure.
expected on my side of the conversation. Because I want to just be like, well, you can go suck a fucking dick.
Damn! You got him!
what about like
Damn.
you go home and kill yourself?
Yeah.
And then I'll get this game.
Yeah, why don't you just strangle yourself with this cord?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what he was expecting from me, but apparently, with no knowledge, but it was just ridiculous. The whole situation was insane. And I had the worst time. I brought my laptop and just played a ROM of Mario RPG. Just as my ultimate.
You mean you played the legit Mario RPG
Oh
on
yeah, I
your
played
computer?
Mario RPG on my computer. You're right.
Speaking of, aren't they supposed to be releasing a Rayman's version of that?
Yeah, there's supposed to like a Rayman the Rabbids
Yeah.
meets Mario RPG, which I will play.
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting.
I will 100% play.
I will not play just like all the other Mario RPGs I did play.
Oh my god.
JK, Superstar Saga!
Paper Mario?
Alright, so you ready to talk about Zelda?
So, on the other side of that,
Oh,
though,
go.
so I
This
pre-ordered
madness.
2 copies of the Nintendo Switch. I did it with the intention
single player
of
game.
Nintendo never has anything in stock.
Yeah.
So I've been I actually canceled one of them I changed it from a delivery to a store pickup.
Okay.
So that I can then have the ability to like, no, I don't want to pick this up. So I called, confirmed, and all this stuff that they'll hold on to it for 7 days. So I have a copy
Okay.
sitting at Walmart right now that I can go pick up.
Really?
I have a guy that's hitting me up right now that he can't find one. It's $500. He's hit me up to buy it for $550.
Okay. Wow.
He says if he can't get one by the end of this weekend, that he'll buy it from me on Monday. So I'm just gonna leave my other copy there at that Walmart until I find out if this guy's actually gonna buy it or I get another offer.
Shit.
And then I'm gonna go sell it for $550. I'll probably end up giving him one of my extra SD cards that I have. It's like a 32 gig.
Just to be nice.
Just to be a little nice, because I do feel a little bad, but I like money.
I like money.
I love money.
So
Money's nice.
gonna do that. And now I ended up having mine delivered. I had to work anyway, so I was like, deliver it whenever. It got delivered. I opened it up and started playing the game. It was an easy setup, by the way.
Oh, really easy, good.
I was told that it was like a 45-minute to an hour to set up.
What?
Yeah.
Who told you that?
A couple different videos, but I think it was because they were on different versions. Because like if you notice that when you install it, it's on version 2.0.
Oh, okay.
I think they were on a previous version.
Maybe they just, by the time we got our hands on it, there was like a patch and it was like, okay.
Now I did have some issues on my brother's Switch and also mine getting the internet connection going. So when I first set up mine, I had no issues, but when I went back home to set it up at my house, I couldn't get it to connect there. And he couldn't get his to connect out of the box. But it was solved within 5-10 minutes or whatever, but it was just really frustrating that it couldn't find the networks and stuff.
Yeah.
After that, I went through all the settings and stuff, and going into the selling point, like one of the features of this thing, the HD rumble,
Yeah.
I turned rumble off.
Serious? Why?
Because if you're actually playing Nintendo and you're paying attention to when it rumbles and when it doesn't rumble, it's really annoying. It rumbles when the ground is shaking, and that's it. If I'm sitting there hitting a wall or hitting something, there's no rumble feature going on at all. If I get hit, there's no rumble feature.
So not
It is
using
only
it,
when the
They're not even using it right.
they're not even using it right in the Zelda. They're only using it when the ground shakes when they're in dialogue. So when they're trying to show a cutscene, a cut clip. I don't know what you call it on the Nintendo.
A cut moment.
They have their own brand of cutscene.
Yeah, it's not like a cutscene like movies like you would see nowadays. It's more of a watch this picture book in comparison.
They have cutscenes. Maybe you haven't.
Well, maybe I haven't, but they're not like full on
Why does
movie
it always
quality.
slow
Like
down?
they're just, I don't know. Either way, I turned that feature off. I turned the rumbling feature off because it was just annoying to me, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, because I'm actually playing it undocked, and you're playing the system docked.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm conserving battery life by having the rumble feature off when it's not enhancing my gameplay whatsoever.
Yeah.
So in the Zelda game, we both got 2 different versions of the Zelda. I ended up getting the standard edition, and you got the
Super Smash Awesome Edition!
Can I say that I only got the special edition because the nerds behind me were obsessed about it, and I found out this was the last copy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Such an ass. Bring it on, bring it on.
Oh, okay.
Let's at least see the box.
It looks just like at a GameStop they would have a box or something.
Yeah, I'll put it on.
It's unnecessarily large.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
This is
way
the only
bigger
thing
than
I cleaned
consoles.
out of the box.
It comes with the soundtrack, which is the main reason I was trying to get obviously the game.
And a map.
Track 6 sucks.
The carrying case, the map, and also a Shikan eye collectible coin.
Turn that into a necklace. That'd be kind of cool.
Let me hold this box.
Oh, it
so
feels girthy,
good.
doesn't it?
Feels so thick.
So, my brother actually,
So girthy.
my brother also got the collector's edition. Yeah. And I realized that you had got yours, but I didn't know if you were going to want to keep it or not. So I stole his
Okay.
so that we could use it for a prop display.
Your brother watches this show.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Why not have two?
What's he going to do?
Damn, son!
Smells like Zelda.
Smells like
Smells like Team Zelda.
Alright, you ready to talk about Zelda?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Zelda. So Zelda came out, it's like the 4th best reviewed game of all time.
Really? It's already being oh, that's right, because there's all the earlier copies and all that stuff.
It's literally, it's underneath, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and then Zelda Ocarina of Time is number 1. So, I think those are two. It might have been Half-Life 2, I can't remember.
This is nonsense. That's a nonsense list.
But it's essentially the 4th best reviewed game on Metacritic of all time.
That's stupid.
Well, that'll probably change as the game.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's just right now.
It's a sympathy review.
But I will say, from my early playthroughs, it is definitely very good.
But you said though. You said.
Alright, so early impressions, Eric. What are we looking at?
So I'm not a huge Zelda person. I'm not really into the series and all that stuff. I played Ocarina of Time for about 2 hours. I didn't really care for it. And I played, yeah.
But he didn't.
I didn't even
play it on
notice
the
about
64.
you.
I didn't play it on the 64. I
So
played it.
his experience was like, by the time you played Xbox 360,
I had,
PS4 even? Or?
it was PS3, Xbox 360 the first time that I actually played Ocarina.
So yeah, he had to go backwards pretty far. Which
And I have a hard time going backwards in games. Yeah.
OOT invented the targeting system that everyone
Yeah.
uses.
I get it though. Like some people have a hard time going
That's
backwards. I have a hard time going backwards
Groundbreaking.
in some ways. So it absolutely.
I know the history and all that kind of stuff, but I don't have that nostalgia part of it. Like I had already experienced the targeting system better in other games before going back. So, from my perspective, I'm not a big Zelda fan. I have only played 2 of the Zeldas. Ocarina of Time was about 2 hours, and then Twilight Princess I beat on the Wii.
Yeah.
And I love that
Great
game.
game.
Yeah, I thought that was, if I'm ranking games here, I'm giving that game a 6.5, 7
Out of that?
out of 10.
What? Twilight Princess?
Twilight
I
Princess.
thought you said you loved it.
I did.
It's better than average.
Twilight Princess is a pretty solid game, dude.
Yeah, I like Twilight
Yeah.
Princess. I actually really liked it. I mean, I like Link to the Past better, but
But if I have other games that I'm comparing it to, like what game am I giving a 10 kind of thing?
oh, you probably give it a Destiny or something.
But see, and that's my thing. So it's a high ranking game for me. Is my point being. Twilight Princess is a high ranking game for me.
Hyrule ranking.
Oh,
Shut up!
Yeah! I'll be here all day. Tip your waitress.
Are you Ganon? Keep doing that?
I like how you guys link those.
pretty good.
He's gonna keep bringing up old jokes like it's a Link to the Past.
So, Eric, so Zelda game.
Zelda game.
Like
or-
Zelda game.
Oh, Zelda.
He goes Zelda game. Zelda game.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Anyway, this is by far my favorite Zelda so far. I have about 2.5, 3 hours into it, and so far I'm enjoying it a lot.
It is impressive.
There's a couple different stories that I wanted to share about my first experiences with this.
Yeah.
So one of them is some of the features that they've added to this game. Spencer and I were talking. I defeated a monster while I was here this morning. And I was like, oh, I defeated this crazy, awesome monster. And Spencer goes, oh, you shouldn't have done that because you need him to blow up this rock. And I was like, ah.
Eric is emphasizing the story because I was wrong about something. I
No.
just want to throw that out there.
No, that's not my intention.
You were wrong. You've never been wrong before.
Never before. And never again.
I'm surprised.
Welcome to the real world, jackass.
So, Spencer sets this, tells me that I need to use this monster to destroy this rock, and I'm like, well, shit. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to respawn this guy. So I'm doing all these things trying to find another guy or find a bomb to blow up these rocks and stuff. And I find an alternative way of getting in.
Sorry, Rose is doing it.
So I'm trying to find an alternative
Wait a minute,
way.
dude.
I'm trying to find an alternative way of getting into this room. And then after about 15 minutes, I realized I can just climb over the wall.
Yeah.
I don't actually have to blow up the wall. I can just climb over it because that's a new feature in Zelda.
Climbing.
Climbing.
Yeah.
You can climb like anything.
Yeah.
Almost.
I think I've run it, like, except for in the temples.
Is he the
Okay.
most able-bodied hero of time then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't in Skyward Sword you can climb?
Could you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I know we played that shit.
I don't think. I mean, some people go, "It was shit," but I'm like, in the scale of Zelda's, was it really? In the scale of Zelda's, is probably bad, but in the scale of
Yeah, on
gaming,
scale of
in general,
gaming, it's
probably
one of the better games
it's probably
for me,
good.
sure.
Yeah.
So in this one you have stamina.
Yeah.
In this Zelda, you have
Yeah.
fucking stamina, which is awesome.
Yep. It
So you can
prevents
only climb so much until your stamina runs out, or you can only run so far.
I'm so tired.
swim so far before your stamina runs out.
You can only fight so much till your stamina runs out.
Yeah.
And in this game,
Are there other things that you can only do so much of before your stamina runs out?
So the
are you talking about fucking?
Nope. I would never talk
Are you
about that.
fucking talking about fucking?
No, I would never say that.
My stamina runs out.
Who are you?
Couple of seconds.
I'm out.
Just
I'm done.
I can't go on.
I came. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How long was that?
1 or 2 pumps.
I miss my brother.
I can barely get naked.
Yeah, I'm already winded. I can't believe this is happening. No, I'm tired.
It's not always like this. I swear, bitch.
I swear, bitch. What?
You just put her bed and just cuss her out.
What are you going for there?
It's called negging, okay?
Oh, wow.
Alright, so how's another story from Zelda?
So
I have one too.
the open.
Tell us more.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so I like that the game doesn't handhold you as much as other Nintendo games have been famously doing lately. So this game has just thrown you out into the wild and like figure it out, which is really cool. I mean, there's moments where the guy's like, "Hey, you know what you can do? You can do this."
All right.
But in general, what's brilliant about the opening, you're basically on this plateau. It's all a training segment where they don't teach you anything. You just kind of experience it and figure it out. So I was fighting these, what are they called? The little
Are you going to use
gremlins
fire or
guys
not?
on the side?
Hobgoblins or something. I don't know.
Goblins.
Yeah, I was fighting the
Fucking around,
hobgoblins.
dude. There we go.
And they were all on this like perch. They made like a little perch. And I was hitting them with arrows, but I was running out of arrows.
Get off your perch.
And there are headshots in this game, by the way, which is really cool.
what?
I mean, yeah, you do headshots with the bow and arrow. The double damage.
360?
Yeah, have you
Yeah, 360. Oh, when you jump and you
Yeah.
aim, it slows down time, so you can.
So you can no scope.
Yeah,
Would you say that you could do a 360 no scope?
I would 100% say because there are no scopes because they're always doing those.
I'm quite sure you can put a scope on your bow.
So then you can do a 360 and not use it.
I ran out of arrows, so I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I want to take these assholes down. I realized that there's like a big like landing thing because there's a landing strip that you can but I'm like, how do I do it? Because it's up there. I realized I could take my bow and arrow and shoot the rope that's holding it up, and it'll drop down so I can climb back up. So I left the area, got some arrows, went back, shot it down, and climbed up in the master. But it was really cool. Like, it didn't teach me that. It didn't say like, this is what you should be doing here.
You just problem solved it.
Yeah, just like use your head and figure it out. And I love little things like that. It wasn't like a main quest or anything, but it was something that I had to learn, and I love that.
Would you say it's brilliant?
I would say it's highly intellectual.
Yeah, it rewards you.
But it's not brilliant? God damn it.
Did you just kill the men, or did you?
I killed the women. I killed the children.
Okay.
And the younglings?
And the
Do you hate them?
I hate them.
Wait, hold on. But you're evil.
No.
Why do you avoid the terror?
Not
In
just
my
the men.
opinion, the hobgoblins. Anyway, so that's my story.
So I had, along the same lines of being able to figure out how to do things, I ended up coming across the magnet ability. I don't know if it encourages you to do that one first. But I ended up getting the magnet ability, and I had so much fun with this.
Yeah.
Like the very first thing I did is I picked up a block and I was running around, so I was like, haha, I get a block, yeah. And I'm sitting there and this spider thing comes at me, like the little robot thing in the temple.
Yeah.
And I was like, squish it! So I started smashing it with the block.
Yeah.
So I'm smashing the crap out of this thing, and I didn't stop. I just kept going. I was like, ha 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 ha!
He's already dead.
I just kept smashing him, and I was like, this is amazing. I wonder if they ever thought that someone would actually, because it's not easy to use the block to hit stuff.
Yeah,
to
it's kinda
smash
like
it, like to run into it, yeah.
It's like
But
a
to
physics
smash
game
it,
at that point.
yeah. You have to learn how to control it and all that stuff, and timing, and prevent the thing from attacking you also.
Yeah.
I was using it as a shield, like waiting for its attack to charge, and then I'd block it, and then I'd lift the thing up and I'd smash it.
Yeah.
And I was having so much fun with that. Then later on, I'm outside and I found a door. A big ass door. And I picked it up and I was running around with it, just holding on to it, just seeing what I could do with it, because it was long enough to where I could use it as a bridge. I was like, what can I use this to bridge across to get to someplace I'm not supposed to
I
be?
didn't even think of that.
Yeah. So I'm carrying this thing and I'm like, I'll just keep going until I have to put it down to kill something. And then I see a bunch of hobgoblins on this cliff. And I'm like, oh. So I rotated the door as a shield and I 300 their asses off that cliff.
That's awesome.
I just pushed them off the cliff.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I just stood there looking down as they were falling. I was like, as the rain is coming down, the thunder, and I'm like standing there with my 12-pack abs, like, ugh.
I would have never thought to do that.
12-pack abs.
I would have never thought.
It was one of those things where it was just, I can do anything. Like, they're allowing me open world like in like Just Cause 3.
We were comparing it to Just Cause 3 earlier, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just like almost sandboxy in the way that it lets you play around with your items.
Yeah.
There isn't like, because before...
Did you set fire to the forest?
No, I did not.
What the fuck?
I didn't mean
You
to.
said fire to force? No. You know, if Spencer doesn't do it, it's a really fucking dickish move.
So initially you get a branch as your weapon, and I accidentally ran over a bonfire.
You
And it
branched
shot the branch on fire. And as I was running around, I realized I was catching things on fire, like tall grass and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I got fire! Matt has fire!
Yeah.
And I just started running around catching everything on fire until I killed myself. Almost killed myself.
Kill myself.
Because I surrounded myself with fire and I couldn't get out.
That's awesome.
Kind of seems like how man's first interaction with fire would be.
Yeah,
exactly.
Eric had never seen fire.
Just run around this thing, catch everything on fire, deal with the consequences.
There was and also like you know the whole Zelda sound when you find a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sound popped up for me it was a complete accident on my part. I had no idea. A summon.
Oh, dude.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I look beautiful.
Oh no, it's wasted. You killed one. You killed one.
Get him out of here, Robin!
That was so much for the bee.
So there was a part. I kind of got distracted. That was really cool. I didn't think they would have summons in this game.
Look at that white trash motherfucker. Sorry.
So the what was I talking about?
You really killed the fuck out of that bee, man.
You set fire to the
You
forest?
fucked him up.
So I came across the Zelda sound
Yeah.
where you found a secret or whatever. I was coming across, just running to my next point, and there was a cave with all these like fire barrels and stuff, and it was nighttime. And there was a guy on lookout, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna crouch and sneak up on him, kill him without him alerting his friends, and then I'm gonna pick up this barrel next to him, throw it into the cave, and explode all the other barrels in there. And I unlocked some achievement and got some cool sword out of it, like a claymore sword. I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. Just randomly exploring, I got this sword. Which, that's another feature to the Zelda that at this point, the rule's kind of out. The ruling's out for me whether I enjoy it or not. But all of your weapons can break. So you're constantly replacing them, and you have a limited inventory for how many weapons you can carry.
Yeah. That's
Do you think the
getting a
Master
little-
Sword will break?
That's getting a little bit old for me right now. I bet you it'll wear out and you have to fix it. That's my guess. So you can't just lose the match.
Hey, just break that. Story's over.
But I don't know yet.
Ganon wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not loving that, but at the same time, it is keeping me conscious of what I'm using. So I get it.
Yes, it is. It's creating a mechanic. It's creating gameplay.
I'm conscious of like what do I use because I don't have that many points.
Yeah. But the thing that's irritating me is that like right now I don't know what I'm picking up, so I'm just picking up everything and then I figure it out later.
Yeah.
I'm picking up a shit ton of these like maces that like after 3 swings the thing breaks. But then like when I come across a good weapon, I had to figure out how to throw the weapon away and all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of fun in this game.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of combinations.
It's kind of like a modern day NES Zelda. Like, remember
The original where you had no
one where
idea?
it's- Yeah, it's like you don't really know and just kind of go out there and mess around and.
It definitely encourages that and it facilitates it well.
Yeah, but it's different in that, and not to blame the NES version because I mean, Jesus, it's like 85.
It's stupid.
So like, I mean, come on, it's so old. But this game, while it has that element of like just play around and do your own thing, it also gives you those cues. Like it has the ability to cue you in on what to do. Whereas that game, 8-bit. Like,
Yeah.
you only do so much back then, but. So it's the best of both worlds on that, which is phenomenal. So we'll see. Review to come
Yeah.
down the road.
Well, we've only played a couple hours at this point.
Yeah.
And so far the experience has been enjoyable. It's been a fun experience, but at the same time, it might be riding a little high because it's the Switch launch.
Yeah.
There may be some sympathy reviews going on out there.
I will say my only negative, I have noticed some slowdowns.
I actually noticed that for the first time while I was here. There's a little bit of slowdown, so I can't imagine what the Wii U has.
Oh, you can knock those back?
Yeah, it just happened.
No shit.
So I can't imagine what the Wii U has for slowdown and stuff like that.
Alright, so JD,
Let's get into some.
what's going on?
JD, what's with that shirt, bro?
Yeah, why'd you come in with that weird shirt that has a logo on it?
You mean the Zelda shirt? Because I love Zelda.
It's a Zelda on
No,
it.
that doesn't say Zelda.
Ocarina
You should
of
buy a
Watch.
Nintendo Switch then.
That says, I think,
I honestly was going to.
Really?
I think your shirt is
But
like
I
a
remember
German thing.
both you guys again and never did.
It says Uberwatch.
The Uberwatch.
Yeah.
Uberwatchen.
Yeah.
Guten Tagen and shit.
Yeah, what's up with that shirt?
Let me tell you a story, gents. I wish I could get up and pace right now, but I can't. No, I can't. So here's the deal. I just walk on top and I go. Alright,
Room, we can go back here.
swag story. I was on the way, right? And I go, you know what? The homies, or at least the homies I knew were coming, because I didn't know you two were coming. The homies need some refreshments. Let me head to the store. I hook it up, right?
Okay.
I get the grog tea.
Okay.
Right? I get the tea.
Okay.
I appreciate
What else
it.
did you get?
For this
Monsters.
delicious Arizona iced tea.
Made in Arizona.
Taste the Arizona in every sip.
Grounded bits of Arizonans in every ad.
Don't do it, please don't.
Real employees.
Yeah. So, I'm at the corner store right by my place, right? Chilling, doing my thing.
Okay.
I go up
What's
to.
the corner store? Is that?
It's actually called the corner store.
It's a gas station.
Yeah. He knows what I'm talking about. So it's right off of the.
Nobody else knows.
It's right off the spot. Right off the list.
Okay.
I'm trying over there.
Okay, good.
So, so I'm at the store. The guy goes, "Hey, nice shirt." I go, "Hey, thanks, man." Because I've never actually played it. I go, "You know what?
Kudos to him for even knowing what it is then.
Well, here's the thing." He goes, "I play a lot of indie."
No
Oh.
And I go, and he goes, "I've been."
Fuck you!
He goes,
You fucking suck, man!
he goes,
Kick your ass!
he goes,
1v1 me, dude!
So he goes, "I've been too busy playing League." And I go, "You know what, man? It's like, don't sell yourself short. Don't limit yourself on games. Don't just go, I'm only going to play League. You know, if something's an interesting property, at least give it a shot, right?
Right.
Like, because I'm never going to rule out that I'm ever going to try League. I mean, play seriously? Yeah, probably not.
Well, I have other options though.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
you know, you do have options, and you know, I'm not going to rule something.
Here's in store. It has Diablo in it.
Is that what you say, JD? Do you say it as Diablo?
Go on, continue your story.
My arms could reach you. So here's the thing. It's fucking amazing. So he goes, yeah, man, you know, I've been playing a lot of League. And I was like, yeah, don't say so short. Try some other games. I know they have free weekends and all that stuff. He goes, well, you know, it just kind of looks really cartoonish and boring to me.
Ooh.
And
From a League player, though?
well, here's the thing. And I was like, well, hold on. Because, and this is why I was late. Because no one else was coming into the store, so I was like, time to lay it down.
Hold on your gun.
Yeah. Give me all the money! Just rocked up.
Mid-rounders.
You don't play Overwatch!
Hold on, fam.
That cactus just tried to backflip kick you.
That guy.
Sonic boom!
That guy's
Sonic boom!
wilding out. He's going so hard.
Sonic boom, really? Flash kick! Flash kick! Somersault! Yeah. So here's the thing, is he goes, it just looks cartoonish and kind of boring. And I go, honestly speaking, I'm like, if you've never played it, I can understand how you'd think it's boring because it's really easy to have that mentality for a lot of games you never played. We never played Rainbow Six, but I'm trying to figure out in my head, why do people just gravitate towards that title so much? I've never played Titanfall 2, but people are like, oh, it's one of the best shooters. You know, and I'm just like, you know? Well, that's the thing, right? I don't know, in my opinion, because I've never played it. So I just like, oh, okay. Anyway, my opinion. Okay, I just feel like I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm not gonna say League sucks. I'm gonna play it.
By the way, is anybody watching this confused at why we're still playing this game? We were told it was multiplayer.
Hey, guess what though? Guess what was free?
This is free.
Power Rangers?
This is free. Power Rangers wasn't free.
Okay.
Power Rangers was 15 fucking. Oh God.
We should play that.
You jumped in. Well, then we'd stop this.
Anyway, keep going.
So anyway, at this point, Rosie, thank you for helming the ship. Yay!
Alright,
What the fuck?
I was like, where's bitches?
So here's the deal: is those are needles, dude.
Oh, yeah, they
So
are.
it's very easy, you know, to kind of have that mentality. I just told her, I was like, you honestly have to play it before you're saying that it's boring, though. Because, yeah, you know, your fun is subjective. However, to really rule it out before you played it is really an uneducated kind of way of looking at it. To just be like, oh, it's dumb. I haven't played it. Or I've only played a little bit of it. I don't know. I haven't touched all the characters. Or I haven't, you know, played all levels. It's just dumb. You know, it's kind of silly. So
Assuming you said, here's the podcast like.
well, see, so I gave him one of my business cards
After the round.
and I
You left it
in other words, I wrote it down. The itch. That's ITCH. You know. So yeah. I thought about that and I was like, that's really weird. But coming here, thanks to good old buddy Matt, I kind of got a little revitalized. You know what I mean? I was feeling Overwatch, but he got me this shirt, and I was like, you know what? Let's play some more Overwatch tonight. And guess who decided to drop? This was yesterday. Arissa. Wait, no.
She actually dropped?
She dropped. Well, she's on PTR.
Okay.
So, she dropped on PTR, and I was like, you know what? I'll check this dame out, see how she is. Arissa being the.
I like that you call her a
Did you check that damn?
Yeah, so she's the new character that's being hinted at, that has been hinted at on Overwatch, like Twitter and all that stuff. And if there's one thing that Blizzard is starting to get hit and miss at, and I'm hoping more hit on, is their kind of like reveal for new characters. They expand the lore a little bit, talk about some real life situations that are happening. Ultimately, in Numbani, which you guys have all played, especially you, when you get to the Numbani airport, it's just an airport terminal. Well, they switched the map around to show all these OR-15 robots, which are robots like peacekeeper robots and stuff. Make sure like traffic flows and all that stuff. And hey, don't rob that person type stuff.
Don't rob.
Stop robbing, Rob. You know, they are just thrown, tossed, cratered into walls and ripped apart. Well, Doomfist came into town, tore them up, ripped them apart. And in response to that, Effie, the little child genius, decided to build a little robot to combat Doomfist. That little robot is known as Arissa. She's a combination of a bunch of OR-15 units, and she's a fucking Minotaur with a turret. You know, the coolest thing about
That Reinhardt can ride into battle.
that Reinhardt can ride in battle. The coolest thing about
You
Arissa,
can ride people?
of course,
You can ride Arissa?
Tracer gets ridden all the time.
Oh.
So does Widow, and she knows it.
It's like Reinhardt's charge, but she can also carry a +1.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
What? I sensed a little bit of seriousness. I was like, no.
Do you even know what's real anymore?
No.
Yeah.
I'm totally lost.
This is like the start of Kingdom Hearts.
Sure.
Anyway, so
Except not shitty.
Wow.
so here's the deal. Ultimately, speaking of fire, here's the thing: is as a character, Orisa is a tank. Obviously, she's kind of one of the characters in Overwatch that she kind of defies the. I wouldn't say the. He's awful. I wouldn't say the meta, but I would say she breaks a lot of fucking rules. What rules? Thanks for asking. Here's the rules. Here's
I
what,
agree. She definitely.
But that's the point. So I'll talk to you about this in a second.
well, you can say that.
So in my experience of playing MOBAs, and this is arguably a MOBA, it's following that vein of what the new style is of gameplay. Yeah. That style of gameplay we've come to terms with as like a battle arena is rules are meant to be broken. When you release a new champion, the whole point is to say what is a current rule? What do people say like no champions can do this? Okay, let's break it. Let's make a champion do that, and then how do we make it fit within the game? So that's what I've noticed with MOBAs is a common theme. There's literally over 100 champions in League of Legends. Every time a new one comes out, some rule that we had is broken. So that's just my opinion. Anyway.
So I wouldn't say that's necessarily happening in the case of Overwatch. If it is a trend, it's a great trend. So here's why. Orisa stops a ton of shit. Orisa has an ability. It's her shift, I think, or her L1, I believe, where she can armor up. I call it her flex because if you're playing as her, she just flexes and she turns green, a little bit green. She can stop fucking anything. If Reinhardt charges her and she puts it up, Reinhardt takes damage. And he bounces
All
off.
about his ass.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, this is fucking movable object. For perspective's sake, freaking, I was watching a video, I sent it to you guys. For perspective's sake, not even freaking Gorilla can knock her.
Gorilla Braun.
Oh god, not even Winston can knock her away with his ult. She can stay situational. Graviton Surge, she doesn't move. She can move out of it.
Movable object. Unstoppable force.
Yeah, like literally. She's just like, oh, whatever. It's like this guy, right? It's ridiculous. The other thing is she has a lot of, I mean, granted, and Eric and I talked about this, she's not done. There's probably going to be some changes to her, but right now, she's more of a tank that's based off of cooldown management. She has 200 health, 200 armor. She has a really powerful primary fire that does, I think it's 15 damage per, or 12 damage per shot. And it's got a 200 round clip. And this,
And it's a full auto.
and the
It's a
spread,
Gatling gun.
the spread isn't bad, and there's no damage drop off.
Well,
It's a projectile, so it's ridiculous. So she gets a lot of abilities with that. Her ult allows her. Her ult is basically Mercy's power boost for everyone. There was I think it was in that same video I showed you guys. There was a thing where they checked out to see, oh, what works best with that? What stacks? And ultimately, Mercy's power boost doesn't stack with Mercy's ult. So you go, oh, well, what's going on with that? Freddy brought it up. It might be the same technology.
As far as the lore.
From a lore perspective.
Explanation as to why.
Yeah, but it does, I mean, from a gameplay perspective, it stacks with an ult, can stack with an ult. And in this case, it stacks with, what's her name? Anna's power boost, which is neat. So you can do crazy damage if you drop both of those. So if you get a soldier and you drop Arista's ult, and he's power boosted, and he's got his ult, that's the difference. It's just enabling more core moves.
Yeah.
She has a Graviton Surge ability as her right click. It's really
As
quick.
for right click.
Well, it's not nearly as strong. It's more for disrupting placement than it is for
Preventing runaways.
well, yeah, you can stop runaway people, but you're not going to stop a tracer.
Pull people from outer corners. I have a question. You've played her, right?
Yeah.
How can you pull Bastion out of turret mode with it?
No.
Okay.
I believe
It just
you can-
moves him
It
in
moves
turret
him
mode?
while he's in turret mode.
Okay.
Which is still good.
Turret mode.
Yeah, so you can actually pull him off of a ledge then if he's on one. You're like,
Okay.
hey, get the fuck off that, and then people can get on him.
You'd have to get a little bit of, like, that'd be like a precision shot then, right? Because you have to actually have it expand. Yeah. Anyways.
The way I see it is, so long as you have the ability to do, if the game allows you to do it, someone's gonna figure out how to do it.
There's going to be a time and place for it.
Yeah, so someone's gonna figure out how to do it, and they're gonna be like, you know what? I know how to do this shit. Check this shit. In this case, really neat little kind of get back. Really neat kind of character. I like her as far as tank wise. She actually will out damage a lot of people. I was playing with a friend of mine. He walked away with I think 17,000 damage off of it was a control level, but he was out damaging me in off control. I had decent accuracy for some of the games I played. By decent, I mean like in the 40s. So I was like, yeah. So yeah, I was feeling good, and he was out damaging me. There's nothing I could do about it. So yeah, she's a pretty nice tank. They're probably gonna nerf her.
Wait, he had 17,000 damage with her?
Yeah, she does a lot of damage as a tank. I mean, people will be like, oh, well, Roadhog. Well, Roadhog, I think it's unofficially confirmed Roadhog's not really a tank. He's only looking out for himself in the end. All of his entire kit is based around making him look good and punishing them.
He's an initiator.
I'm a good person!
I'm a hero.
Yeah.
But as far as actually... Because he's supposed to be a meat shield at most.
Yeah, and the only thing he really actually does to help anyone else is his ult, which is push back the entire team. It's not even meant to kill people. He can, but it's like a more powered up version of, what's his name's ult? But Winston's.
Oh, yeah.
So it's area denial with just tons of damage. So added on. But yeah, so she's a pretty neat character. She also gets her deployable shield, which you can shoot out. It's like Reinhardt's shield. It's like a conal shield.
And it has 800 health?
I think it's 700. But the cooldown starts the minute you shoot it, and it's an 8-second cooldown.
Which I believe is
Probably will. Probably go up to 10 or something like that, or they'll change the way you have to destroy it
destroy it or cancel it before you can...
before the cooldown resets.
Okay.
But either way, neat feature, neat character.
Yeah.
She's fun. Season 4 started. They switched around a couple things. One of the biggest things they switched that people are upset about is two things they switched that people are upset about. One is ranking decay. They're doing this to crack down on Smurf accounts on ranked. You now have to play, if you're over 3,000 in ranking, you have to play 7 games a week. Ranked games a week to at least maintain your rank. You're not
League of Legends did that.
Yeah, so they did that because they're sick of people being like, this guy's a little 20, he's fucking wrecking me. And it's apparently it's easier to manipulate yourself in the ranking. I've never seen a video on how to do it, but apparently. So they want to avoid that. Makes sense. The other thing that they switched was the way overtime works. So if you're defending and the attacking team has a man advantage on you, while your team is respawning, the respawn time slowly increases up to a maximum of 15 seconds. This is due to the fact that naturally the defensive team does have the advantage. There's no way around it. They do have an advantage because they're not being the aggressors. They're not going after a team. And the offensive team has to kind of push through a point and kind of, systematically destroy a team and, well, not Molotov. Oh my god, who are we going to sell that?
I gotta say, overtime is one of the smartest things they put in that game.
Yeah.
It makes every match, exciting.
Yeah, up to the very last second.
Oh god.
It's like, touch the point, Titan.
Let's go.
Fuck that cactus up, dude.
You backward kicked him? Oh god, look at all those dicks.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of snakes over there, too.
Snake dicks. So anyway, so yeah.
I had an amazing experience with that. I was doing a competitive placement match this week, and we had a guy leave within the first minute.
Mm-hmm.
He died 6 times, and was just running straight ahead.
Stop feeding!
He was literally feeding. He was playing Roadhog, I think, and all he was doing was running straight to the team, not even shooting, and just healing himself. That's all he was doing. So he ended up giving him a lot of
Activate that again.
I know, that's what you can't as much as tell you to.
it was getting a lot of ult out of this guy. And then finally, after 2 minutes, he ended up leaving. So then we had to 5v6 this team. And we actually won. I'm sorry, no, we didn't win. We brought it to a draw. Oh. It was on Volskaya.
Were you attacking? Or you were alternating?
We alternated. So originally we were on defense, and we held them with 5, and it was like down to the last couple seconds. Like I think I went Winston and pushed him off the point to keep him from going into overtime. That was just like you're talking about pushback with Robot. I just pushed them off the point long enough for the overtime to be over.
Yeah.
And then we attacked, got them to that same point in the same situation where we couldn't, with 5 people, couldn't coordinate enough to take over the point. But it was a really great experience, and it actually, what you're talking about, that mechanic of the slower res times, it almost let us win the game, because we got a team kill, and then they started trickling in, and they were running in without their tanks or without any positioning right. And we just had, I sat there with Reinhardt and just kept charging them off the cliff, and then we had a Lucio booping them off the ledge as well.
Booping and tooping.
And we were doing well, but we were just 5v6, and then it was kind of, yeah. It was because of that feature you're talking about, the respawn delay that keeps getting bigger and bigger. It actually gave us a fighting chance. It really helped out Volskaya, because Volskaya's run back is really quick.
On what?
On defense?
No, it's not.
On Volskaya?
It's one of the worst ones.
To the first point?
Yeah, it's one of the worst runs.
I'm sorry, not first point, second point.
Oh, second point, yeah, but in the first point, it's one of the worst runs. Everyone hates that run back.
Yeah, that
Everyone
run
thinks
back
Volskaya is
sucks,
probably
but
the worst level in the game.
yeah, both of us were holding off each other. We were 5v6ing them on defense because of how short the run back was.
Yeah. And that's in that aspect. Like ultimately, it's they did it more to encourage like team kind of like togetherness and whatnot. And it's an amount
What
of
the game's about.
yeah, it's the amount of
Teamwork.
players that are on the point that are together at the same time allows for this effect to take place. If a bunch of people are dead and it's just one up and their team starts coming back, it's not really going to affect their respawn timer. So yeah, that's a feature bad. Some people are upset about it, some people are okay with it. They've done slight changes. They actually did changes yesterday. They nerfed Bastion yesterday. That went live instantly, actually.
They nerfed Bastion.
They nerfed him. So he had, I forgot what the ability is called, armor something or whatever. He had a 35% defense increase when he's in turret mode.
Turd mode.
Yeah, pretty much. And they took it down to 20%. And there is a difference. Certain ults don't used to not work that do, like Tracers, for instance. She was supposed to be rewarded for dropping an ult on him. And in the 35%, he could survive it.
I did hear he could survive a Death Blossom.
He could, yeah, no, it's really sad. There's a video on that too. He could survive Death Blossom, he could survive Hanzo's ult, he could survive, one of his easiest ults to survive is Soldiers.
Really?
Yeah, he can, even on the 20% nerf, he can just go for it.
Really?
He's like, fuck this. Yeah.
Because of the reload time?
No, just in general. You're not cracking out 100 of his health before he can out-heal it.
Right, so the time it takes for Soldier to reload, he can then recover the health.
Before that, he's getting his health back.
Really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Cactus.
Yeah. He fucking hates us. Look at him, dude. Bring it
461
the fuck
damage
on.
to the one cactus.
So those are those changes that are happening. They're looking at switching some stuff for some of the characters. I think Sombra's one that they're looking at.
Change a little more detail.
Well, everyone says that. There's actually there's a Sombra troll that goes no, that she doesn't. Because you have to be really careful with Sombra, because either Sombra's going to be really good or she's going to be decent. So they're erring on the side of caution and not giving her too much. If they give her too much DPS, she might be a what's it called? Mandatory pick. Like
I
like a soldier.
I would almost want to just give her like 5% more. Like just something like a fraction more. Because I feel like there's times like where she should win a battle. And she's... I think I was fighting in May with Sombra. I was doing the random hero thing. I was fighting May with Sombra, and I was just racking up the headshots. I got the jump on her, got her hacked and everything. And she had like 150, 200 health points. She turned around and froze me before I could do like 150 damage.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
She usually loses her fights, unless she's with her team. She's not a good 1v1 character. Depends on the character, Depends on the person you're fighting against, and obviously the character.
Isn't she just meant to be just a flanker though? Like, isn't her whole thing is
She's
just to get
a
in?
disruptor, but she's not a disruptor like Winston, where she has to get in, do some damage, and then get out. She is supposed to prevent priority targets from doing their abilities. So if you can stop a Reinhardt from dropping his shield, you're doing your job.
Yeah.
Or if you can stop a Mercy from rezzing, if you can stop, if you know someone's
That
got ult,
ability
you
is
can
live
stop
now
it.
too.
What?
Mercies.
Oh, her. Well, that was on the
Unity?
previous thing.
It was wasn't already live.
Yeah, it was already.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought it went to.
still bullshit, but it's fucking gotcha. But yeah, it's
Watch this mix up.
So did any other news happen?
That's pretty much it. I mean,
Target leaked a game.
Target.
Yeah.
What? Really?
So there was a game that was in the works that they were being really secretive, something like that. And Target was like, "Hey, let's put the promotional shit out on it already." And you're like, "What?" It was War of Mordor, sequel to Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Yep. Which I'm happy it's getting a sequel because I actually really like that game.
Warner Bros. Hasn't made a game in a while.
And they decided, well,
Good
actually,
reason.
Injustice.
That's
coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out. So I mean, yeah, whatever.
I released the game.
Regardless, yeah, it was not supposed to come out when it was supposed to come out. They released the trailer of the night.
Yeah, I guess that's that.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
Good. Should be good.
Yeah,
Should they make it for the next one?
yeah. They said they're talking about revamping the and making it more interesting, the Nemesis system.
Yeah.
And I think that's all they really talked about. Nemesis system was okay, but I'm not like this guy that's like fucking getting my dick hard for it.
It was interesting, but the issue I had is I gave that game to Mr. Microsoft, and by the way, earlier you used the word Dame. He's been trying to bring that word back.
Did he text you right now? Just the word.
No, I thought of it. I thought of it earlier. Him and I had a discussion about it last week. We were talking about the different words for women and stuff, and we got yelled at.
Slut. No.
We got yelled at for using Dame because they got pissed that we called him a Dame, and
Wait, you called a girl Dame?
yeah.
Like,
Why?
I
In
guess
what
Best Buy, or
context?
where did you
Yeah.
call somebody that?
You were Walmart?
Did you just scream Dame at someone? That's really
No.
creepy.
It was just
Thanks, Dame.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was along those lines.
A little rapey.
Thank you, you Jezebel.
But we started talking.
no,
Anyways, so
why-
Mr.
why-
Microsoft
why-
and the
why-
Nemesis system. Mr. Microsoft is not the greatest gamer. He is coming
He'll
from
take
the,
offense to that.
He is coming from the Atari age and kind of disappeared from pretty much as soon as we got analog sticks on controllers. He kind of disappeared from gaming for a while and just recently started getting back into it. His first console he's ever owned personally, like that he bought for himself, was an Xbox One. So this is his first time really getting into gaming. And he just finished Batman Arkham City.
Arkham City?
Yeah, because he put the discs in backwards. So he put in the second disc instead of the first disc.
Oh,
And
so he got
You got
the pack, the Arkham pack, or
The Arkham pack. Oh, you didn't do Arkham. Oh no.
so he was like, and I helped him beat that game afterwards, and
everybody.
the Nemesis system in that game, it's kind of a similar, that fighting style is similar to Batman. And he has quite a few problems with all the different button combinations and all the different gadgets and all that kind of stuff you have to use and stuff. And he doesn't really, he'll die to these ports and stuff. The Nemesis system then buffs him up. At what point does it reset it? Like, to bring it back down to like, well, if you suck at video games and you try and play this video game, it's going to become an impossible
Did he set them to easy?
Yeah. He'll set it, I think he sets to normal
He should
first.
have set it to easy.
So dope.
I think he tries normal first, and then he has to then choose to go easy. But actually he does start easy.
Yeah, you might.
He does because he started Batman on easy. But he's playing it on easy or something like that, or they didn't have an option. The Nemesis system basically made that game unplayable for him because once he started losing to these guys, he couldn't progress.
Well, you gotta understand something. The Nemesis thing is completely optional. you can progress in that game. You don't need to kill that particular person. All it really does is it motivates you to be like, oh hey, fuck that particular orc, because they all look the same, because guess what? He's racist. J.R. Tolkien is an asshole, and he probably made him because they were black.
Do we have anything to back that up?
Anyway, no, it was whatever. Anyway, so, no, but he did it, or that system is to make you go, hey, this particular orc is, I don't know,
As a
weak.
person.
Yeah, they're an actual person that I want to fucking kill. And they have this weakness, so I can attack in this way. You don't have to go after that one, because you can still progress the story. Here's the thing, if you kill someone, because there's two main areas in the game, there's Mordor and there's like Outer Mordor or something like that.
Mordor 2.
That's, what's his name?
More Mordor.
You know who that is?
Cthulhu?
No, you know who that is. He's from He's comedy.
Oh, when you're going down the waterfall?
I don't know where he is. I know he's in it.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Talking activists. Anyway, I mean, I get that your dad was probably like, ah, fuck that. But, I mean, some of the ones I just had to let go. I was like, man, I'll get this guy fucking later. Because he's just jacked up. He's got too many of his fucking homies with him. Or he's in an area where there's a bunch of other... Because you get stopped. Like, every time one of the orc captains shows up, they have to, like, slash swords with you. And they're like, I'm gonna rip your throat out! You know, or whatever.
Oh yeah, they all have like a weird Cockney accent.
Yeah, it's great. And so they'll all do it like, I'll kill you right where you stand. And then like when there's like 5 of them fighting you, like you have to take your time on one. If you lose like 5, you're like, I'm not getting here.
Out of morbid curiosity, Eric, is he going to play Arkham Asylum?
So, after he beat City, he was like, I need a break from this Batman.
Yeah.
I just, that was too much.
Batman.
I need more direction. I need more of a linear story.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
The Vermin game was the other disc.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you should probably play that one because that one's a lot more up your alley. And he was like, I think I might switch over to Guitar Hero Live for a little while.
Okay.
And yeah, so
Get him called in.
then later, oh
You said linear, bro.
no. So I gave that recommendation to him and all that stuff, and then as I'm driving home, he's like, I couldn't wait. I had to start the Asylum.
Yeah.
He's like, already after like 45 minutes, he's like, already way better game. It's a better story. It's better gameplay. It's more linear. It's a lot more simplified to where he didn't like all the gadgets that you had in 2, which I agree with. There's way too many in new. As I would show up and be like, all right, where are you at now? Whoa, you got like 5 more gadgets. Shit, okay. How do I work these together? But yeah, it was... I actually do have to commend him because he actually is getting through quite a few games this year.
Yeah, good for him.
Matt could take some. So Matt could take some lessons.
He actually, so he's just in this year so far. He's beaten Batman Arkham City, Rome. He also beat Halo, not Halo. Oh shit, what was that game? I'm not gonna remember, but he's beaten like
J-Lo.
3 or 4 games.
Raylo.
He's beaten like 3 or 4 games in the last 3 months.
Raylo is like how you refer
Really?
to Ray
It's been
Liotta
like
affectionately.
60 days, he's beaten like 2 or 3 games.
Good for him. He's my record sometimes.
Just hanging out with Ray
That was my
Liotta.
record. He's gonna tell you how many games I've actually beat.
A lot. You beat him a lot.
Yeah, that's good. I'm glad he could switch over to
And talking about the Netflix for Xbox, he is really into playing so that's some of the other games that he's beaten as well. He's played through all those. He just got really excited because they just offered the backwards compatibility with Assassin's Creed Rogue. So he's been
Oh,
waiting.
that's a good one too.
I heard
That was the actual good one.
Nobody ever talked about community with such a
Yeah.
He's been waiting for this one to become available for a long time now, and now that it is available, I know he's getting ready to do that, but he wants to beat Asylum first.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you should go with that.
I didn't mean to do that.
It's a classic.
Yeah, so there's that, and then side note, you guys hear they potentially quote unquote may not have leaked the first Assassin's Creed screenshots?
For the new game?
Yeah.
I did not. If there's Assassin's Creed news, I usually like.
What era?
Oh, it's like ancient Egyptian.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's the one that everyone's going with. That's because they said they were taking a break and they kind of hinted at
that's
it.
right.
Even Watch Dogs 2 hinted at it too. Which is, they're trying to be meta. I get it. God damn. Yeah, they're trying to be meta. Like, oh my god, isn't this so cool? We're talking about a game in a game that's not a game.
Isn't the guy like he can't talk? Or he doesn't speak?
Good.
The lead character in this one?
In what?
In
this
the
one?
Assassin's Creed Egyptian.
I don't. Assassin's Creed Egyptian. I don't know, dude.
Now they're just gonna put.
If he
think
if he doesn't talk, cool.
Yeah. I'm fine with it.
I mean, not in the sense of I have my favorite assassin. Some people disagree. It's fine.
Who's yours?
Actually, I like Connor. I like him because
Get out of here.
I've told you, my dad left me.
God damn.
For
Got
me,
that really quick.
I really connected with. Focus on not dying. I really connected with. Yeah, right.
The mic.
He's died since with Taurus?
Yeah.
A lot better than Mass Effect.
Yeah, you know what? Fine.
Hey, that's a compliment.
Yeah, I'll take the W.
Sorry.
Anyway, like I said, my dad left me, so.
That's a great place to start.
For me, Connor's plight makes more sense. Right? Like, because he's.
Because then there's
Ultros, by the way.
I was like,
I don't know.
No, not you, him.
anyway.
What I was saying was Ultros.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember he said. Anyway, he's in 14 too. So yeah, regardless, my dad left me. So in this case, I look at it like, you know what? I like that connection. I feel it sings to me. Everyone's like, oh, Ezio, because he was so suave, and I'm like, yeah, but he was unrealistic. Like when you kind of break him down, he was just like, I have an answer for everything, but I never seek happiness. You know, and he's just like, whatever, get over it. And then when you look at the I forgot what they're called. 1868 Syndicate. What's it called? They're the twins.
Isn't it Assassin's Creed Syndicate?
Yes. What are their names?
Oh,
Or what are
sorry.
their last names? I think it starts with an F. Fry. The Fry twins. When you look at the Fry twins, I really didn't care. I thought they were well done, and I thought they were designed well, but I didn't. You know, they're not real good characters. And then Ezio's playing. Oh God, don't even talk to me about freaking. What's his name? Altair. He was fucking bored.
Yeah, it was.
And he had an American accent. In Jerusalem. In
Actually,
fucking
so the
old
funny thing,
Jerusalem.
I actually got a funny story about Assassin's Creed and Ezio, like that whole series. So when I first got that game, I was living back with my parents and my brother, and I'm sitting there playing the game one day. I just turned it on, and then I walked out and I just like go make a pizza or something before I delved into this amazing game that I was looking forward to. And I come back.
How
and
disappointed were you?
I actually love that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
The only thing for me with Assassin's Creed that got the disconnect for me was just the combat system. Like at a certain point, once you figured it out, it was way too easy.
Sad.
But the story that I was talking about here, while I walked out and left my console unattended, my brother switched the language to Italian.
Oh.
So as I'm playing this game, and mind you, I don't think he knew that the game was
Italian.
in Italy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there watching this thing, and I'm like, oh, they're speaking Italian, and they're
Sorry, keep going.
they're speaking in Italian, and I'm in Italy. Okay. And I just read the subtitles the whole game. I beat the whole game with the subtitles, and everyone else is like making fun of, like my brother and dad are secretly making fun of me because I never even questioned it.
Yeah. No, I got you. We're listening. We're just trying to make sure the set doesn't make sense. Sorry.
When you played it in the language it was probably supposed to be played in.
In English. It was supposed to be played in English.
But story-wise, it's
Yeah, and it was,
Italian, right?
yeah, and it was nice too. Like I actually enjoyed hearing the Italian for everything. What just happened?
Fucked up.
Yeah,
Fucked up now.
Did you die?
No, I didn't die. It's just because he ate the crystal. I
He
had
did?
help, I think. I can't see behind the mic, but
I didn't see him eat the crystal.
Well, maybe I did die. You want me?
All right, are we out of stories?
I think we're out of this game.
Yeah.
All right.
I love this multiplayer game.
This is a great multiplayer game.
Man,
I'm
I'm
Spencer.
so much co-op. I'm Rosie.
I'm multiplayer.
Rosie, I can't believe you didn't bring your controller.
God damn it.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry that I didn't play. Get to play the game, but
You couldn't play with the
I
rest.
mean, you did pretty
Can
well.
we just do the outro?
Yeah.
No.
You're Sean.
I'm
married.
Thanks for
I'm
watching.
Sean.
This has been awesome. Fucking video game.
I'm
Bye.
Single player.
How about you cancel the stream?
Oh, that's right. I got control of that.
And he's Spencer.
He said it.
I said it first.
That's Sean. That's Sean. It's also Sean.
Where's the X?
I'm
We're all
Sean.
Sean. SeanNews.com.
X. Yeah, there.
There, turn it